Hey everybody, another demo for you using AI. And I got to credit Sebastian Topaz for this. He asked me whether I'd heard of Topaz AI because it could take video and it could upconvert it from 1080, which is what you guys are shooting in for the most part, to 4K. It actually even does 8K. Um, we went out and purchased a license. The license allows it to be used on two computers simultaneously. Although you can put this on your computer and then we can give you the login. And as long as no more than one other student is on there, then you can actually use this at home. So I'm going to give you three ways that we can use this. First of all, stabilization. Here's a clip from the documentary. I wasn't steady in this first shot, and the shot's a little shaky. Now you could use Final Cut's stabilization, but it's going to warp. It's just going to warp it, unfortunately. But watch what happens when you use AI. So I'm going to play through this full screen. So AI on the right, using Topaz, is going to stabilize this shot without a warp. Let's play that.
So thanks to the SGN moms, we got all this food going on first in the morning, so we don't have to hunt around the new town to get food. And they get us strawberries and cinnamon rolls, and it's really sweet of them to do that for us.
Okay, so that was really cool. That took out the shake. The next cool thing I want to show you using AI is this really interesting website that'll take a song. And here's the example. This is the fake, not the real, because I'm 2 weeks away from editing, but the fake trailer for our documentary. And I found a song that may or may not work. I probably won't even use the song. But the problem is the trailer is 1 minute and 1 second, almost 1 minute and 2 seconds. But the song itself is too long. So yeah, you could just say, okay, so I want this song, but you could, yeah, sure, you could just blade it there and fade it out. But because this is a trailer, I want the trailer to end at the last scene kind of dramatically. So it fades out just after the last soundbite, which I believe is Micah in my fake trailer. Luckily we have AI, so I'm going to go to this website. By the way, this free website is linkable on broadcastdoug.com. It's media.io, so it's remixing a song. Essentially what I'm going to do is I've already uploaded this song to this website, and I'm going to change the length of the song, and it's going to remix it. So let's go back one more time to Final Cut, and I want the song to go, Mike is going to go.
Where is he? I don't know.
Right about there. So I'm going to go 104 is how long I want the song to go for. Okay, so I want this song to be 104, but I want it to be the full song remixed, not just bladed. So go back to this website and make this full screen. I'm going to type in 1 and then 04. And now it's going to remix the song for 104. Let's go ahead and this will take a little bit of time. Okay, so it has given me 1 minute and 4 second version. And that's low quality sound. It's only when I download it does it sound good. I'm going to go ahead and download this song. And it's right here. So remember, I wanted to go a little bit longer than the that last scene here, so we can kind of get a feel for how that works. But it's given me the whole remix of song.
We do have one small problem. I'm just really excited.
It's about to get started. Bring it down.
Make sure when you're texting your chaperones.
Okay, and then at the very last scene, how do we do?
So a lot of us expect you guys to have very great behavior, and it would really suck to have.
Where is he? I don't know. He's not answering.
I also want to talk to you, if you haven't discovered this, about this new little plug-in that comes with Final Cut in the newer version called Voice Isolation. So here's how this works. This is actually, let me just, can't stand when my lighting, I'll light this up a little bit and give this a little bit of saturation. But anyway, here is Nate talking just as the shotgun mic picked him up.
Sharpening your axe, and then you actually execute the story. Because if you have a good story, it's really easy to film.
So as you can hear, a lot of background noise. Just duplicated it. This is the same clip, but in this case, I've gone up and I've clicked on voice isolation, and I'm going to leave it at the default 50%. So let's listen to the end of this one with no isolation.
Story, it's really easy to film. Finding the story is like sharpening your axe, and then you actually execute the story. Because if you have a good story,
so that's really a big difference. As we play this, I'll click it on and off, so it's on.
Finding the story is like sharpening your axe, and then you actually execute the story. Because if you have a good story, it's really easy to film.
So just another cool kind of AI thing I think that they've added to Final Cut that comes with the new Final Cut. The third way that you can use AI, of the 4 ways I'm about to show you, is you can upscale. And if you're following along on Instagram, I took our Holocaust film and I upscaled it from 720p to 4K, and it looks incredible. In this case, I've taken this story by Abraham and Cash, and I've upscaled it to 4K. They shot it in 1920 by 1080, 2997 frames per second, and it retains the detail. It makes it even sharper than when you shot. It's an amazing AI technology to upscale to 4K. Topaz actually goes to 8K. So that's number 3. Number 4, because the guy shot this in 1080, it's not going to get very good slow motion if you wanted to do like slow motion in the shot.
To a future star, Eduardo will
So we're going to take that scene and we're going to slow it down and make it really slow. And you can see how his hands are warping. This is just using Final Cut slow motion, and I've added optical flow, but you can still see there's some real problems with slow motion. Well, Topaz will upscale this to 60 frames per second and then slow it down, and this is what you get. So much improved on some of the blur. Remember, this was originally shot in 1080, 2997, and that's definitely passable. I see some issues. This would be there are other scenes that might be a little easier to slow-mo just because you got a lot going on in the grass there, so this will be a real challenge. And we now own it, and you can talk to Mr. K about using it.